Hey, what's up? We're back. We're back in the land of Cyrodiil, and we are at the Arcane University. We are on our way up the ranks and the
Things evoker.
as becoming a official mage of the university. Let's talk to
Good work,
Feminist.
Vatican. Jorol is quite pleased with the information now coming in about the site. There is another predicament, which I believe you can also help resolve, if you feel ready for it.
I don't know. I'm ready. What is it?
Excellent. You have become most reliable, and I assure you that the Council appreciates it. Now,
Nice.
to the matter at hand. In order to deal with the apparent growing problem of necromancers in Cyrodiil, the Council needs as much information as possible. The Mystic Archives have been consulted with minimal success. Guild members are investigating other avenues, but I believe more can be learned here.
What do you mean?
What little we know makes no sense in a larger context. For example, why was Falcar, who we know now to be part of this cult of necromancers, in possession of black soul gems?
Got
The
me.
Archmage has other reports of these gems being associated with necromancers, but we do not know why. We don't even know what they do. We have overlooked these questions because we are so focused on rooting out the necromancers as quickly as possible.
What do I need to do?
I'd like you to speak with Tarmina at the Mystic Archives. She is our specialist on Magica Arcana and has been helping gather information. I believe we have been asking her the wrong questions, taxing her too much with vague attempts to make sense of all that we know. Speak with her specifically about these black soul gems, if she knows anything about their powers or creation. An insight into their origins may lead us to those who are responsible for them.
Interesting.
Her
Tarmina.
expertise in arcane knowledge and lore could be invaluable to us if we can make proper use of it. She can likely be found in the archives now, poring through materials on necromancy. She stops only to sleep at the Archmage's request.
It's hardcore.
Before you begin, we must first discuss your advancement within the guild.
Ooh.
You become more valuable to the guild with each passing day. The guild wishes to reward that, and so you are raised to the rank of conjurer. Accept these robes and wear them with pride.
The robe of the conjurer added. Something like a conjure, like, I don't know if that's like necessarily good connotations, but alright. I guess they see value in me.
Back as soon as you can.
I suppose. Okay. Let's see. Let's go check out the archives. The Lustratorium. Okay. The Chironasium. Those big highfalutin words. Practice rooms. That seems a little more my speed.
Good to see you.
The Lustratorium. How about just the practice rooms? Imperial Watchtower. Hail! Hail Caesar! Mage Quarters.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah, you too.
May I speak?
Mystic Archive cards. Okay, this is where I think we're supposed to go. There's Tarmina.
Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own. I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy. Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant researching it.
And I've been researching the lusty Aragonian maid for no reason, just for my own edification. I was sent here to see you.
Oh, of course you were. No doubt the council is trying to get you to bother me further. I ran Karanya out of here just a short while ago and told them to leave me alone. I keep telling them I can't produce results if I'm not given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like this. Now that is a bit more specific. Finally, something I can respond to. Let me think for a moment. Ah, yes, there's one obscure text that references these gems. I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falkar never returned it. The name of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing.
Like she's a little overwhelmed. Imperial City?
Too big for me. Loud, dirty, clowns, fools, brutes, and thieves everywhere. I want to throw my gold away. I just dump it in Lake Rumara, save time.
Yikes.
The Mystic Archives have a large collection of books. Look around, and you may learn a thing or two. I believe you'll find it quite helpful. Once you've had a chance to read it, I'd be happy to discuss it with you. Why all the fuss now? I thought it would have died down by now, what with the ban on the practice of necromancy and the guild being in place for as long as it has. And yet, suddenly everyone shows up on my doorstep, needing information immediately. Never mind that I might have things on my own to work on. Half of the Council of Mages resigned when Traven took over the position of Archmage.
And there's like a disturbing amount of mages that are interested in necromancy, apparently. So like when Traven, who's the current, I guess, Archmage of the Arcane University, took over, half the mages left. So, I assume because of the controversy of him banning necromancy. Doesn't seem that controversial, but what do I know? Still getting used to the Skyrim. I'm torn between the Skyrim controls and the Cyrodiil controls. Did you just do something? Just conjure something around here? Okay. Necromancer's Moon, huh? I wonder if this will be an alphabetical... I'm watching you. What are you doing over there? And Marco, King of Worms. I've read that in Skyrim. I don't know if it's the same book in Oblivion or not. It's so fancy.
Honored one.
Oh, I don't know about that. 5 songs from the King Wolfguard, mixed from the sky. 3 overruns, Hicks. Manual spellcraft, sign all.
Afternoon.
Huh. Somehow I expected the archives to maybe be a little more. Books wouldn't seem like it'd be so disorganized you would be unable to find it, but maybe. Oh, okay, here we go. There's a little more books up here. Do you know anything?
Yes, I'm Boderi Ferrano, Mages Guild. You want advanced training in mysticism? I think I can fit you in. Other arcane trainers in the city? Just one, Dovin Aaron, in the Market District. Basic instructor in alteration.
I don't suppose you'd know anything about the Necromancer's Moon. Spirit of the Daedra. Gardens, Metal Bridges, the Wild Elves. I heard the Wild Elves are referring to the Bosmer and the Wild Hunt. Heard that's pretty intense. Thief of Virtue, Third Door, Ruins of Camelzy, Man, there's a lot of copies of Thief of Virtue. Seems like an oxymoron. Guide to Skingrad, 10 Commands, 9 Divines, Gods of Worship, Mysteries, Akavar, on Morrowind, Fundamentals, Imperial City, Book of Daedra.
I'm never too busy for a good talk.
It's nice to know, but unless you can help me find the Necromancer's moon. That they're menace. It's only Elder Scrolls game where you're rifling through books in a library as part of a quest.
Well,
It's not a lot of direct action involved. Manual of Armor, Manual of Arms, Hilbury's History of the Empire, Beggar Prince, Emerald's Lore, the Firmament, King Gardens, The Last King of the Aelids, Eastern Provinces, Song of Lesroot Song, Darkest Darkness, Knights of the Nine. We've already done that. Varieties of Daedra. Children of the Sky. Brief History of the Empire. Let's close these. You should probably just follow the arrows. But it's nice to know that the archives are pretty well stocked if we need anything.
Afternoon.
It's gotta be in here somewhere. Ah, here we go. It's right in front of us. Brothers and sisters of the worm, despair not at the trials we now face, for our time comes swiftly. The god of worms watches over our order, and will deliver us from these troubled times on the day of reckoning. Until then, perform his works in secret, serve his needs, and look to the skies for his signs. The Revenant, the Necromancer's moon, watches over us all. His form ascended to godhood, has taken its rightful place in the sky, and hides the enemy, Arche, from us. I think Arche is one of the 9 divines. So that we may serve him. Watch for the signs when the heavenly light descends from above. Hasten to his altars and make your offering, so that he may bless you with but a taste of his true power. Grand soul gems offered to him will be darkened, and can be used to trap the souls of the unwitting, a feat even the great Dagasta would marvel at. Stay faithful to the order of the Black Worm, and in time your loyalty will be rewarded. Soon he will return to set the world right in due time, and those who would stand in his way will suffer eternally at his hands, just as those who stood posed before. Until that day you may believe and be patient. Hide in your caves, in your ruined forts, in your secret lairs. Raise your minions, summon your servants, cast your spells. Answer the call of the order when you are needed. Watch and listen. Oh, yikes. I found the book, The Necromancer's Moon, and should take it to Reminus Paulus after consulting with Tarmina.
A pleasure to A most interesting text, is it not? We are fortunate that at least one necromancer took the time to record the information.
It's got the evil villain thing to do.
The shade of the Revenant described within the book, but I was never one to dabble in the more, shall we say, amoral arts. You may take that with you for now, if you wish. The council may have use for it. Please ask them to return it quickly, as I may need it again. Take care.
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest addition.
Hi there.
Has Tarmina been of use in gathering information about the necromancers?
Indeed.
Excellent work. I believe this will be of use to the Council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this Shade of the Revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Bothil would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds.
It's an orrery where they keep owls? Is that the technical term for an orrery? Or is it... No, an orrery is where they study the stars, right? Like, it's like some kind of astronomers, like it's like an astronomy lab, kind of, or like some kind of, they're like material, or they're like devices to study the stars.
A most fascinating contraption. Bothil is one of the few who understands how it worked and kept it running.
Wait, isn't an orrery like where they have like, it's a model of the planets, and that then they rotate according to the speed of the spheres, so like each of the planets rotates at its perceived speed, adjusted for real time or something?
How are you today?
It should be pretty cool. I missed something?
Hail. Hello there. Is there... The orrery here is the only one in Cyrodiil. There's one more in Hammerfell, the old one at Stros Mackay. I've heard things, to be sure, but I don't really know anything about them. Is it true that some of our guildmates were killed? Oh, how horrible.
Was not good.
Revenant, you say? And it represents something in the heavens? It sounds familiar. Let me think. Ah, yes, now I remember. Falkor was here some time ago asking about just such a thing. Said it was for research. He had a large sheaf of notes with him about it. I'm afraid I didn't have any more advice for him than I do for you. With the orrery in such a state of disrepair, I have no point of reference. Falkor did leave this behind. I think it fell from his notes as he left. I didn't pay it much attention, but perhaps it will be of use to you.
Interesting.
Good day.
Hello, Master Wizard. Good.
Let's see. Dark Fisher, Fort Steris, Fort Lynchall, Wendelbeck. Altars have been raised, authorities have been called. Watch the skies. Once a week his grace shines down on us. Yeah, it sounds like they're trying to summon like the king of the necromancers.
Done any shopping at Thoranir's store?
I've sold some things there.
So yeah.
Good day. So, Falkor expressed interest in this revenant as well, and left this note behind, did he? Perhaps we should look into
Barely.
more clues. This lists several locations. The first is the Dark Fissure, which I recognize. It's a cave in the mountains, south of Cheydinhall. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests, I believe this cave is directly related to the contents of the book. Go to the Dark Fissure the next time this shade occurs. Search for any connection to what we've learned, and report back. Please, be careful. Anything you find is of no use to us if you do not survive. I believe we are dealing with powerful forces here.
Beyond our comprehension.
Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided.
I have a feeling that all these locations are going to put me in harm's way.
Be careful.
Greetings, wizard.
You know, life was easy, I guess. Gotta... No, I don't want to go to Harm's Folly. I've had enough. I've had enough of Harm's Folly. Okay. Dark Fisher. Just investigate. Just delve deep into the Dark Fisher. Yeah, this doesn't bode well. Huh. Do you think, guys, there's some necromancers in there? Or do you think it's just people that, like Halloween 24/7 all years round, I guess? Hey, buddy. Got something to say?
You will not stop us. The Order of the Black Worm will consume all in its path. Show me what you've got.
This cave is very atmospheric with all the trees. Let's practice our spell casting since we are in the Mage Guild.
Oh!
We might have missed our turn here. Well, it said the Dark Fisher was one of the locations. It silenced us? That's just mean. That's just mean, dude. What did he got? Where? What am I looking for? Heavenly lights. Well, I'm technically in the Dark Fissure. This guy looks like... This guy over encumber me?
I'm just warming up, you pathetic.
I like how he calls me a pathetic worm, but they, according to their own book, that's who they worship is like the worm. Okay. He over encumbered me. I have to... Heavenly lights, huh? Dark Fisher cell key. It's down here. It's a heavenly light here. Shining on something? No. There's no secret passage. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I guess we go over here, maybe? It's down here. We've already been over here. Missed something? I don't know. Yeah, looks like he's having a bad day. Let's see. Does that interact with the altar in any kind of way? Heavenly lights. It says that we need to go to this altar. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know. What am I missing? There's something in front of the altar? I am not knowing what to do. Let's take a look at the actual paper again. The Dark Fisher, Fort Steris, Fort Lynchall, Fort Wendelbeck. Altars have been raised. Anchorites have been called. Watch the skies. We killed an anchorite, but I thought we checked his body. That was like the first guy that we killed. This guy right here. Okay, well, he has a handwritten note. Place your grand soul gems in the altar. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back to the Arcane University. Report our findings. So they're making some black soul gems, which they're going to use to do something.
Greetings, Conjurer.
I heard you know how to move in light armor. It's nice to see you too. Bye.
It's just to talk to you. And hello.
Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know all we can about the necromancer. So you saw them. The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul gems. I shall pass the news on to the council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the council as well.
Barely. Man, we were just killing it.
Our conjurer no more. Guild members shall now address you as magician. Congratulations.
Do I have to abide by the magician's code like in Arrested Development? You sign up to the Magician's Union and sworn to secrecy. You ever watch Arrested Development? It's a hilarious show. Tasks.
Seek out Archmage Travin. He has personally requested that you see him for your next assignment.
Ooh.
Bye.
Greetings, Magician.
Morning.
Isn't it uncanny?
Hi there.
I've heard of you.
Greetings,
Farewell.
magician.
Greetings. It is high time that we met face to face, don't
Anthony Hopkins. Oh,
Raminus has told me good things about you. You have
It's
advanced
Hannibal.
quickly and show great promise. I now intend to put your talents to a more direct test. I have a difficult task that you can, perhaps, assist with. Before the Arcane University was founded in the Second Era, Crystal Tower on Somerset Isle was the source of all magical learning. Since then, the Imperial City has been Tamriel's foremost magical research center. Are you prepared to begin?
indeed.
Very good. Let me explain what is at stake. The Council of Mages has been aware of the increased necromancer activity in Cyrodiil for some time. It had been our position to sit back and watch what unfolded, but that time has clearly passed. We cannot tolerate these attacks on the Guild. Most of our information on the necromancers has come from an informant inside the cult itself, a Guild member who offered to infiltrate their ranks. Yes, and we have for quite some time. Though the information he has provided is limited, it has given us a sense of their scope and power. The Council was initially reluctant to believe the information was reliable, but with recent events they have little choice but to trust it. I fear that our informant is in danger, and that is why I have called you here. Lucianus Elias. He is not a council member, but has long served the Guild here at the Arcane University. Aware of the growing interest in the Guild after the ban on necromancy was put into place, he offered to help the Council track the cult's actions. With my blessing, he infiltrated the group, and has fed us information for quite some time, until recently. I have not heard from him, and I fear for his safety.
Ain't that the way? Is whenever you forbid something, it becomes more of a temptation.
The lack of reports from Mucianus has disturbed the Council, and they are now concerned about the legitimacy of his information. A group of battle mages were dispatched to Mucianus's last known location with the intent of bringing him in for questioning. I argued against it, but eventually agreed to maintain order in the Council. I regret that decision, and that is why I wish to send you there.
What am I supposed to do?
I fear the battle mages may mistreat Mucianus if they do not mistake him for one of the many necromancers no doubt present in the ruins. I wish for you to find Mucianus and ensure his safe return to the Arcane University. I do not want anything to go wrong. Please, hurry. The battle mages will arrive there soon, if they have not already, and time is of the essence. If, for any reason, they are unsuccessful, Mucianus's life will be in forfeit. You must make sure he is safe. Go now, and bring word to me as soon as he has been escorted to safety. Mucianus last reported being sent to the ruins of Nenyon Twill, south of the Imperial City. That is where the battle mages went.
Could have told me that a little bit earlier.
White Rose River, nearly halfway to the border of elsewhere. I'm afraid I know nothing more about the location, or what you may expect to find once you arrive.
I feel like the Khajiit are the denizens of elsewhere, if I remember right.
Thank you. Know that I would not ask such a thing of you if I did not feel it was urgent, or that it was beyond your capabilities. I shall await your return. Nenyon Twill awaits you. Return with Mucianus as quickly as possible, so I may settle the Council's fears. Make haste. Mucianus is in danger.
Awkward.
How may I...
So, which side borders elsewhere? I wonder. Okay. White Rose. So elsewhere must be here somewhere. Neon 12? Alright. It's like the random fantasy name generator.
You! What? Fifth Raga, battle mage, sent by the Council to find this traitor! He must have told them we were coming. We've got to get our hands on him before he tells them anything else.
I know that you're not a double agent.
Anyway. Has the Council gone mad, sending you here alone? There's no time. The others, they were waiting for us. They knew we were coming. I'm the only one left. The necromancers retreated further in. Follow.
Oh, crazy. Alright. Guess it's just me and him taking on the necromancers. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. It's just insult to injury. So our agent on the inside turned on us, I guess. Gotta remember to attack the necromancer, it's not their summon creations. They're undead summoned.
Oh, you poor dear. I'm afraid you're late to the party. The guest of honor has already left. And I do hate to disappoint you, but Mucianus is in no condition to be leaving. He's a worm thrall now, and shall be quite content here. A grim fate indeed, but one does not cross the order of the Black Worm without suffering greatly for it. I shall tell the master that you were here looking for him. Perhaps I'll bring him your head as an offering.
I didn't want to beat up an old lady, but that's pretty vicious. So I guess they might have turned our buddy on the inside into a thrall zombie. This is probably him right here. Disturbing. Oh, Mucianus, we knew thee well. What's going on here? Gotta stay focused on the caster. Okay. Guess these guys were not cast, they were just... Unless I'm missing a necromancer around here somewhere. What's going on here? Some black soul gems or something? Ooh, who's this guy? Very mysterious. Or gal. Of conflagration, huh? Intriguing. I'm still, as my mace is my go-to, I should be trying more magic stuff. It's like a black soul gem. It's like an activated black soul gem, maybe. Suppose one of these guys probably has a book on them that I killed. Freeze remotely. Why do I have a feeling it has something to do with this? Intriguing. Oh no, not Lucianus! What have they done to you? It's kind of disturbing that like half of the mages in all of Cyrodiil are like interested in this. the practice of necromancy. I found Musianus Elias. He has been transformed into some kind of walking dead. There's nothing I can do for him. I should report his fate to Hannibal Traven at the Arcane University. Want to know what all this business is. It's the black soul gems and the glowing thing and the covered whatever it is. It's too mysterious. Get me out of here. Yeah, I really thought it was revolutionary in Skyrim where they had the entrance close to the, when you get to the end, they give you an entrance back. Oh, that's just insult to injury. It's just not good. I'm sorry. Why do I suck? I couldn't save him. Couldn't save Musianus, and I just fail at everything. Okay. Shadowmere. Let's away! Back to the Arcane University.
Greetings, magician.
How goes it?
How are you today?
Fantastic. Well met.
What is it?
And the next episode, we will talk to Hannibal Traven, and we will discover what we must do next. But the plot is thickened. Necromancers are gaining power throughout the land, and they're planning on resurrecting the King of Worms to bring a new era of necromancy onto all of Tamriel. But the undead rise from the earth, and zombies rule the world. So until then, I will see you guys next time for another adventure in Cyrodiil.